Alright YouTube, we are back, of course, with a quick update ahead of Summer Game Fest in regards to Square Enix, coming to us courtesy of NateTheHate. Reputable source these days, of course, and he put out a few podcasts over the last couple days, and I think some of what he talked about in those podcasts ended up coming true from State of Play. Yeah, the guy's track record is pretty insane, but anyways, with the most recent video where I think he talked about the Xbox showcase coming up on Sunday, somebody actually asked him about Kingdom Hearts 4 specifically tomorrow, at the Summer Game Fest event that we're looking forward to which he gives a good and bad update. So the person says, damn, so no chance to see Kingdom Hearts 4 tomorrow. To which he says, Square Enix has an announcement, but it's not Kingdom Hearts 4. So that does suck. It's not necessarily a surprise with the way they seem to fucking handle the Kingdom Hearts franchise, right? I still think the timing's right. I mean, it's obviously been years since we first seen the game. They've been working on it since 2019. It's really up to, like, them, right? There's no way, regardless of how far into development they may be, there's no way they don't have enough material to make a trailer if they wanted to, right? It's really just, for whatever reason with Square Enix, they like to show stuff either too early or specifically with the Kingdom Hearts franchise, they like to fuck around the community. I don't know what their deal is. We went through a similar situation with the Remake project, right? Where they revealed it in 2015, actually gave us like 2 good looks at the game. And then it was, dinner silence for like 4 years. We didn't really get another good look at the game other than screenshots until 2019, right? So we're kind of in that same boat here where we're coming up on 4 years since we fucking seen Kingdom Hearts 4. It sucks too, because as we talked about with one of the previous videos, like, it was a nice observation from people in the community that, like, the Kain Highwind tweet was KH in Final Fantasy IV. Possible subtle reference to Kingdom Hearts 4, and it seems like maybe that's not the case now. But to go back to that Kain Highwind tweet, NateTheHate says that Square Enix does indeed have an announcement. Now, that's not really a surprise because we know that they're a part of the event. They're one of the partners or whatever when it comes to Summer Game Fest. So we know that they're there. They're there for a fucking reason. They're showing something off. What that is, who knows, man? I don't really know at this point. Now that Kingdom Hearts 4 seems to be off the table, what's really left, right? 9 Remake, 7 Remake, Dragon Quest 12, maybe another Nier game. I don't entirely know. We've obviously talked about this shit a lot lately, so like it's repetitious at this point, right? But the 9 Remake is what's left in terms of like that we know exists that hasn't been officially announced. We just got the Tactics reveal, right? So it's like, would they show Final Fantasy Tactics, the Evilist Chronicles, and then the 9 Remake like right after that, Timeless Tale, whatever it might be called? Would they do this so close together? We're coming up pretty soon on the actual anniversary for Final Fantasy 9, but it's not until July 7th, so we're almost exactly a month away, right? Some people think that they wouldn't actually show the 9 Remake until like then or around then, but it's like Summer Game Fest is the biggest gaming event of the summer, right? As far as I'm aware. I don't even know if there's any other gaming events at all in July. So it's like, well, it doesn't have to be. It's like, it's not like they always reveal games or whatever on anniversaries. Like 7 Remake wasn't revealed on, the Japanese anniversary, January 31st back in 2015. It was shown during fucking E3 and State of Play, like right before E3, right? So it's like, it doesn't even make any sense. Again, June 6th tomorrow is close enough to July 7th. So I think the 9 Remake is a distinct possibility for tomorrow, and not that we needed further confirmation, but having the Tactics Remaster shown off yesterday, like, further confirms the NVIDIA leak, right? Beyond that, of course, we have the 7 Remake project, which we've talked about a lot, obviously. The time frame works perfectly for some sort of, like, smaller teaser. Like, some people get confused when we talk about this. We talk about them showing off, like, Remake Part 3 or whatever. People think that, like, they're kicking off the marketing and the game's dropping next year or some shit. It's like, no, we're talking about just a small something, like, minute-long teaser trailer that doesn't even really show us that much, and it just gives us a title reveal. Similar to what they did with Rebirth back in 2022, right? We're not asking for a lot right now. We're just talking about that happening. And then sometime next year, presumably the summer of next year, they would give us our first full-blown trailer, and then boom, the marketing kicks off. Game comes out 2027. And again, when we talk about this, there's a lot of people that say it's too soon, and it's not. It is factually not too soon. When you go back to the development of Rebirth, right? Obviously, Rebirth development started, right after Remake. But they didn't actually enter like full-on development until after they got done with Episode Intermission, the DLC, and the enhanced version of Remake, obviously, for PS5. So they didn't really kick off the full development of Rebirth until about summer 2021, and then summer 2022, 1 year later, we got our first look at the game, the teaser trailer. And then Part 3 has been in some level of development since even before Rebirth came out, and I believe around November of last year is when they entered full development. We talk about seeing something from Part 3, a lot of people are like, well, Rebirth just came out a year ago, and it's like, no, it was a year and 3 months ago, a fourth of another year, let's not ignore that. But again, it's been in development since before Rebirth even dropped February of last year, in some capacity, right? So it's like, they've been working on the game for a while. There's enough to show off a teaser trailer if they want to. And obviously, at the very least, they can give us a fucking logo and a title reveal, whatever. Also, we've been told by the devs that they're expecting a similar time frame for development on Part 3 for what it took for Rebirth, about 3 years, which puts it into 2027, which means marketing kicks off in 2026. Teaser trailer can happen in 2025. So, like, it all adds up. I'm not saying it's happening for sure. Nobody's saying that for sure 100% tomorrow we're getting something for part 3, but the time frame is correct. And then really beyond that, it's like, what, Dragon Quest 12, if they want to show that. Maybe another Nier project since we're in the anniversary year. And then whatever Yoko Taro's like other game is that he's working on, whatever that might be, like, those are the other possibilities, I guess. But really beyond those like handful of things we've discussed, I don't really know what else I would show. We do have the Xbox Showcase on Sunday, and I don't know if Nate specifically mentioned it or not in his video, but I did see a Reddit post talking about Nate mentioning what's happening tomorrow, the Square Enix announcement, but also said that it's rumored that we're going to see 7 Remake and 16 coming to Xbox. That's obviously long overdue. Let's just get that over with already. It should have been announced the same time that Remake was announced for Switch 2. Like, why did we just get that out of the way? It's obviously coming to Xbox alongside 16 at some point, which Yoshida himself already confirmed that was happening. So like, why are we taking forever? Just announce it. Even if you're still a little bit away from the actual release on Xbox, like, get out of the way. We all know what's happening. What are we doing? But yeah, anyways, I guess TLDR on the video. No Kingdom Hearts 4 tomorrow, according to NateTheHate, but Square Enix does indeed have an announcement. What is that announcement? That's where I pass off to you guys. What do you think we're seeing tomorrow? What are your bold predictions, I guess, from Square Enix for Summer Game Fest? That's the video. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Social networks in the description below. Follow me with @DaveYT. That's it. Bye.
Used to care what people thought, but now I care more, and nobody out here's got it figured out. So therefore, I've lost all hope of a happy ending, depending on whether or not it's worth it. So insecure, no one's perfect. We spend it with no shame. We blow that like Coltrane. We in here like Low Gain, or leave it like Cobain.